Uh, Welcome. Today, I want to share all the disciplines that young people should have during the time of courtship. And we need to understand first what is courtship. Courtship is the inward push that particular relationship will lead you to marriage. And this courtship, it is disciplines that we need to understand before anyone gets to marriage. We need to understand what are these disciplines that people are supposed to have before they enter to marriage. Because I understand in a courtship, the relationship, we must understand one another, and we must be able to divine these disciplines that I'm going to share with you today. We need to understand the discipline of communication. Discipline of communication. Before you enter to marriage, before you marry, before you get married, you need to understand on how you communicate, on how you are supposed to talk, because communication is an help to marriage. You know, as young people, we need to divine whom we are. As young people, we need to know on how to communicate, on how to respond, because it is very important. Because you are going to be married with someone that he has come or she has come from different family background. If that is the case, and then we must be able to divine why should young people, before they enter to marriage, they should learn a discipline of communication. Very, very important, because communication is an up. Discipline number 2, discipline of service. Discipline of service. Discipline of service. You have been alone. Now you are going to be married. How are you going to serve this particular man? You have been serving yourself. You have been washing the clothes for yourself. You have been doing cleaning for yourselves. But now it has come a time that you are going to serve the other person who is going to marry you. You need to understand how are you going to serve this particular person, because it's not you alone, but we. Not you, but we. Because when you will be married, you are going to serve someone. Someone is going to be served because of your effort. Also, the other person is going to marry now. You have been having an issue of being alone. Now when you marrying, you need to understand on how you are going also to serve. Maybe as a man you are today, on how you have used to buy for yourself clothes, to do everything for you. Now you need to extend that particular service to another person who is will be your spouse. Because you have been alone, you have been serving yourself. You need to understand on how to serve the spouse, the person you're going to bring in. That one is very important. And then discipline number 3 is discipline of sacrifice. Discipline of sacrifice. And this discipline of sacrifice, it is very important to young people who are intending to enter to marriage, who are in a courtship. Discipline of sacrifice is very important, because sometimes things may go worse. How are you going to sacrifice for your partner? How are you going to sacrifice for this particular that you brought in? How are you going to sacrifice for the person that who brought you in? If something happens, how are you going to stand? How are you going to sacrifice yourself for your spouse, for to be able to achieve something? Discipline number 4, discipline of finance. How do you manage your monies? Yes, if it is a matter of debt, if you have a debt, how do you use your money? You need to understand that. Never misuse money, young people. When you want to enter to marriage, when you have a debt, you need to have your budget. When you have given a date to someone so that you can meet and discuss the way you want to get married, you need to understand on how to do your budget. It's very important, because when you go into marriage, you will be able to consider that this man is able to control finance. This lady is able to control finance. Even you ladies, if you have been taken to a date, you need to understand how you are going to behave in that particular date. Don't just go there and you want to squander everything. So that someone can consider you as a wife material. There are some of the things that you would be, he would be able to check on you whether you will qualify to be a person who is going to be disciplined in what? In the finance. Another discipline that we have, discipline of perseverance. Discipline of perseverance is very important also. Because marriage is not a bed of roses. Marriage is not a bed of roses. Marriage has ups and downs. Marriage has ups and downs. And these ups and downs, they will make us strong in marriage. Once we understand, or you understand, the perseverance, to persevere, to endure. Because in marriage, things may change. You may be married by someone who is working, but all of a sudden, this work may come to an end. Or you may get someone who is very rich, and this man may turn to be very poor. You may get someone who is able to work, but because of some thicknesses that may come in, so that he can not be able to work. So those are the disciplines that I want us to learn today.